Okay, hi and welcome everyone to today's live stream. It's 5:30 a.m. here in Canada. So as you would imagine, I'm not exactly as sharp as I should be, but the match is about to start. I'm just gonna put myself together and be able to start that when it does kick off. So in terms of our lineup, we've got a few changes from the game against who did we play in the last game? Difficult to tell. Yeah, my brain hasn't woken up yet. But we'll have a few changes. Saka's in. Noni drops to the bench. Merino is a surprising one for me because Merino starts. Thought Gyökeres was actually fit enough to start now, but apparently not. So in defense, we start the game how we finished the last one, I presume, which is White on the right, Timber in Saliba's usual spot, and then Hinkapie and Calafiori in left center defense and left back. Mali Salmon is on the bench, so if hopefully nothing happens, but if the game is won in the second half, probably comes in to give Timber or Hinkapie a rest. And then in midfield, we've got Rice, Zubimendi, and Odegaard. Yeah, so that's how we lined up. And then in attack, Saka comes in, Martinelli drops to the bench, so Eze shifted out to the left, and then Merino, as I mentioned, is up top. So about 2 minutes gone now in the game. Just gonna adjust my time so it's exactly the same. Yeah, so that's good. Here we have Hinkapie in defense with the ball. So as you probably know, we're playing our third kit, which by the way I've been trying to get my hands on for a really long time now, more than a month that I've been trying to get this from the Arsenal store in my size, and it's the authentic one, not just the so they've got two different versions of the shirt. It's the one so typically I buy one jersey from one authentic jersey from each season, and when I was in London earlier this year, the only kit that was out at that time was the first one, the home jersey. I didn't like the collar, so it has this kind of mesh design or something like that on the collar, and that's the kit is amazing. The patterns on the red kit, really good. But yeah, just that little detail on the neck just put me off it. And it's the reason I didn't get it. And then when the third one came out, I delayed too long, I presume. I just expected it to be available throughout the season. And then for around a month, or if it's maybe 6 weeks now. I've been trying to get my hands on it and been unable to. So Villa have started really well. They're pressing us all around the pitch, looking kind of like a man on man press. But we've also been really sharp in terms of keeping the ball, putting passes together. Ball goes out for Villa goal kick. Pau Torres had a moment of panic there at the back. It was a risky pass to him because Saka was already closing in on him before he received that ball. But they were able to get away with it. Here's the Villa goal kick. Pau Torres plays one out. Watkins with a good layoff to Rogers. Ball goes back to Konsa. Morgan Rogers is in a really good run of form. So he'll be one to watch. Raya, oh! So Raya got a back pass from Timber, and his first touch almost put it into the net. Okay, so they've had their own, yeah. So it didn't get to the line, but he had to sprint to kick that one out. It's a Villa throw. And Eze blocks the cross for another throw. Yeah, so basically, I hope to get that third kit because I really love the third kit. The long sleeves as well. That's what I have my eyes on. I've seen a few stores like the Adidas affiliate stores here in my city actually have I was able to find one in small, but I don't wear small, so not really helpful. Okay, ball goes all the way back to Martinez, who is unsurprisingly fit for this game after he missed the last one due to a knock. So White just I don't want to pick on players, but yeah, was a poor touch there, and Villa have a throw from nothing. So I would have expected us to go with Gyökeres from the start because of how aggressive Villa like to play. Maybe that's also a reason to go with someone more measured, like Merino, who can drop into the midfield and add an extra man. Oh, here's Odegaard on the edge of the box. Odegaard! Shot is saved by Martinez. So it was a risky pass to Rogers from the build-up, and he was unable to bring it under his stride. Merino with a pass through to Saka, but it's was a bit too strong, the pass, but Saka was offside anyway. But good sign so far. Villa look a bit shaky at the back, of course. Raya had that moment. Raya seems to have those moments, you know. Um, every now and again, he has this moment of madness um, in games. Yeah, Marino delayed that pass just a second too long, and then he hit it a bit too strong, so Saka wasn't able to get to it in time. Um, but here's a Villa goal kick. This time they decide to go long. Whoa, here's Watkins through here. Timber! Watkins! Oh, what a save, Raya! Tillemans with a diagonal cross. So it looks like there was a foul there because Calafiori came inside and then John McGinn seemed to foul him. What a save by Raya. So far we haven't really had a we haven't really got a hold of the game where we've been able to string. Oh, Rogers is played through here. But Timber was able to block, and Villa winning back again. Yeah, we haven't really been able to settle into the game as yet. 12 minutes gone now. Villa fans are in full voice now. Great win by Rice, and he plays Saka. Saka's free now on the right. He's able to play it into Merino. Gets it out back to Saka. Now White, Odegaard. Rice, Calafiori. So we just need a moment to settle down, not force things, pin Villa back as we're doing now. So they've got all 10 men behind the ball. Saka with a cross in, it's too long. Out for a Villa goal kick. So was Calafiori fouled in that build up for that Watkins chance? The referee didn't seem to think so. Watkins is usually very good against us. Nice win by Timber, though this time. Now Odegaard can charge through the midfield. Here's Odegaard. Rice is with the overlapping run. He doesn't use him, plays instead to Saka. Saka with a shot. Saved. Now he's back with Odegaard inside the box. To White on the edge of the box. Cross in. Saka. his header is wide, but his flag is up for offside anyway. That was a good chance. Good shot by Saka, but good save again by Martinez. You'd expect him to save that though. It was a bit central. Here's Rice, Odegaard. Arsenal beginning to grow into the game now. Put some passes together. Here's Eze out on the left. Ooh, that's an ankle breaker. Oh, what a piece of skill there by Eze. But his pass is just too strong for Merino. Arsenal win it back though. It's with Rice on the right. Tries a scooped one to Saka, but goes straight to. That was a foul there by Watkins, but the ref. Who's the ref actually? A few 50-50 calls have gone Villa's way already. Nothing to. Villa actually which is also one other thing that we've had go kind of against us. It's not a major thing, but we tend to play all of these teams when they're in rich veins of form. When we played Liverpool, they were still on their winning streak. Played Chelsea, they were second going into the weekend. Played Sunderland, they were second going into the weekend, I think. Now Villa third. Eight matches. They've won on the trot. So yeah, we always seem to play these teams when they're in rich veins of form. Good interception there by Calafiori. Plays it out to Merino, and then Odegaard can find Saka. He's isolated here against Pau Torres. Saka against Pau Torres. He comes inside, tries the shot, but it's blocked. Here he's battling with Torres, and he wins a corner. Oh, it's a goal kick. That's yet another 50-50. Let's see this one again. Yeah, definitely a corner. It should be a corner. I'm not sure the shot was the best option there though. Because Odegaard was making that run inside. Could have slipped him through. 18 minutes. 0-0. Sevilla throw. Unai Emery seems to always want to get one over us now, which is understandable given our history, but he needs to calm down, man. He needs to chill. Of course, he's the Villa manager now, so he'll want what's best for them anyway, which is to win every game. But he doesn't seem to have this energy for City and Liverpool. Why did Raya not come for that ball? That ball is out. Good. Arsenal goal kick. He might have been offside actually. So Raya is going to take a long one. Probably didn't mention it, but it's 5:30 a.m. here, and my wife and daughter are still asleep. So I may have to tone it down when celebrating our goal. Obviously, we get a couple or a few um, today. We just need to get um, as many as possible to win the game. Villa look like they're really strong. They've threatened that goal already with a really good chance. Be interesting to see what the XG was on that chance from the Watkins shot. Here's Odegaard dropping deep to build up the play. Nkapie goes back to Raya. Odegaard with a through one to Merino, to Calafiori. He's able to bring it under control. Now Eze on the left. Ooh, tries to turn. He's able to keep possession. Had a slip there initially. Odegaard now back out to the right to White and then Saka. Saka takes on Madsen, plays it into Odegaard on the edge of the box. Odegaard slips it through to Saka. Ball across. Eze. So Eze has the ball in the back of the net, but the flag went up already. Yeah, Saka is definitely offside. Saka has been our most lively player. Odegaard too, been dropping deep, trying to find passes into the final third. Timber has had a really good game as well against Ben White. Needs to be careful. I think he had a kick out there. He was fouled by Rogers. The ref blew the whistle, and then he had a kick out. Did he? Okay, not a kick out. He just stuck out his leg to try and trip Rogers, who wasn't really happy with that. Yeah, he's not called the wind-up merchant for nothing. Ben White. Well, it's an Arsenal free kick. 22 minutes gone. Here's Zubimendi. We need a few more players to step up to what Saka has been trying to do. Eze should really be doing that, and then provide that threat on the other side, and we may be onto something. Eze probably needs to change his boots because he's had another slip there. Here's Zubimendi. Rice has been anonymous, trying to take it easy, I guess. Here's Saka, comes inside, but Rogers is strong enough and is able to find Watkins down the touchline, but Timber is able to win it back off him. And here's White to Odegaard, now to Saka. And eventually, one of the Villa players gets it off him. That's not a foul. Odegaard. Now Calafiori. Rice. Zubimendi. White made a run, but he elected not to give it to him. Odegaard tries a... Now the foul is given against Saka on Martin. In context of the table and the going into the festive season, you would feel like we really need to win this game. But Villa Park is always a difficult place to go. So Aston Villa win a corner. That looked like a push on Timber. So Villa corner on their left. Matikash is going to take this one. Comes short and Rice is able to clear the near post. Martinez is out to meet it. Plays a long one in. Zubimendi clears this time. Now Rice out to Eze on the left. Eze slips again, but this time a foul is given. Eze definitely needs to change his boots. That's the third time he's slipped. It's the third time he's slipped. Konsa actually grabbed him, so probably not a slip this time. So in terms of possession, in the first 10 minutes or so, Villa had around 60% of possession. But I think for the entire game, 26, 27 minutes now, it should be more balanced because in the last 10 or so minutes, Arsenal have had almost all of the ball. So I was saying in the context of the game, of the table and the season, this may feel like a must-win game, and it really is, because if we win this, we push Villa back 9 points, and then we hope something happens in some of those tricky games that Liverpool and City have. I'm not sure who Chelsea are playing. Bournemouth, so they may be able to get something off Chelsea as well. So if we win this game, something is likely to happen in any of those three other games to put us in good stead. I'm sure that's why Arteta has also gone for a really strong lineup. Villa are also a strong team, so it was expected anyway. Villa here on the breakaway. Rodgers on the left crosses it in. Ball comes out to Matikash. Rice is able to block for a corner. So it was a poor ball from Saka. Gave it away in the middle, and then Villa were able to break with Rodgers on the left. Plays the cross and misses everyone in the middle, but cashes at the back post. But Rice was able to sprint across to get the block. Raya looked like he had it covered anyway, but you can never know. Rice looks winded after that block, but it's fine. McGinn to take this one because it's out on the right. It's an in-swinger. Again, Raya gets a hand to it and gets a foul. There were a few players around him there. Rogers, Tillemans looked like he was there as well, trying to cause problems. Yeah, definitely. Rogers battling there with Raya. He did really well, Raya, to still get his hands to it. There was Paul Torres and Morgan Rogers. So Arsenal free kick. Raya will take this one long. Merino hasn't really been in the game. I expect to see a very early substitution in that regard. Jesus is not on the bench today. Still no minutes for him this season. Here's Nkapie, good work to play it into Rice, and then it's out to Calafiori. Onana wins the ball, but he went through Merino to get that, I think. That's why the ref has given the foul. Yeah. If he hadn't given it, you would understand. But it's just a bit reckless in terms of how he slid into the challenge. He won the ball cleanly. No lies there. Not cleanly. He won the ball, all of the ball. But he went through Merino to do that, and I'll assume that's why the ref gave. I probably would be pissed if I was a Villa fan. But here's Rice, and back to Nkapie. We've been in, apart from Saka, and Saka's gone a bit quiet too in the last 5 minutes or so. But we look like we're playing in second. Eze gives it away here, just as I was saying, and now Tillemans gives it back to Arsenal. But we look like, beyond Saka and Odegaard trying to make things happen and really trying to get on the ball and then looking to get past players or find key passes, we've been in second gear mostly. McGinn kicks the ball away there. Hope Calafiori is fine, because he's gone down holding his knee. We know how much problems he's had with that knee. Yeah, Tillemans just had a swipe there. It's a foul, definitely. McGinn kicked the ball away. Should be a yellow. Ref probably didn't see it. The bench is stacked though. Noni is there. Gyökeres, Martinelli, and Trossard is fit enough to make the bench as well. Eze has not had a decent game so far, out on the left. Probably getting used to the position, as he's been in the 10 role mostly for us past few weeks. It's Merino. Back here goes straight out for a throw. Yeah, camera just panned to Arteta now, and his face shows it. He knows. Rogers with a wonderful pass over the top, and is able to find Watkins. Here's Watkins here just inside the box, but Timber with a good block. Timber's had a really good game so far. How's that not a foul, ref? McGinn gives it away. Here's Saka. Comes inside to Rice, and then out to Eze. Eze slows it down and goes inside and plays it back to Timber. And here's Odegaard. Rice was looking for Ben White. Zubimendi wins it. White gives it back to him on the line. Here's Zubimendi. Back to White. Now Odegaard. Really good play there by Zubimendi. Odegaard with the cross in to the far post. Calafiori clips one in. Eze fouls Torres. Villa free kick just inside their own 6-yard box. There's 5 minutes gone. Villa 0, Arsenal 0. Here's Merino. Loses it. And now Rogers on the edge of the box. He's up against Saka. Plays it back to Tielemans with a cross in. Finds Camara. Now Matikash. Ball goes back to Pau Torres. Cross comes in. Cash! And it's a goal. Eze was asleep there at the back post. So ball comes over the top, looking for Watkins, I think, in the middle. It misses everyone, and then Cash was able to run on the blind side of Eze. Villa 1. Nothing wrong with that goal. So we really need to step it up. A few players have not been at it at all. Eze is one of them. Sadly, he's not had a good game at all. Merino as well. Probably tired. He's played a lot of minutes. I'm not sure why Arteta started him again in this game. But now it's going to be a real scrap. 38 minutes. There's still time in the game to get something out of it and turn it around. So it's not been all. Villa have not been all over us. That was, I think, their second real chance. But we haven't fashioned many of our own either. So I think that's where the worry is. Okay, up here with a hopeful one. Martinez is able to claim. Martinez straight out looking for, and he finds him. Now McGinn. White plays it back to Raya. Rogers wins a corner off White. So this one definitely needs to be. Yeah, we can't afford to concede another. This is Villa's third corner of the game. We haven't had any. Cash is across to take. Yeah, we're definitely not. I think for a few weeks now it's been on the balance anyway. That Chelsea record of 15 goals conceded in a season, we're definitely not touching that. Um, Merino wins that header, but he was wiped out by his own player and he's still down. Merino is back up now. Ball goes all the way back to Martinez. And his long ball looking for Cash. But Rice was able to marshal that one out for an Arsenal goal kick. 40 minutes. We need to find a goal before half time. Link up here with a long ball. Odegaard, now it's with Saka on the right. Back to Odegaard. Odegaard's disappeared in the last few minutes, but so has Saka. Yeah, 42 minutes. We need to force the issue now and get something. Saka gets past Martin. His shot is passed to Ben White, and then White's shot is easily saved by White to Raya. Ooh, that was a close one. Timber plays it to Saka, back to White. Zubimendi, Timber. Saka made the run, but the pass didn't go. Saka again. It's up against Madsen. To Odegaard. Now Hincapié. Calafiori. Into Merino. Eze may be offside there, but Eze still has it. Back to Rice. Crosses one in. Saka. Ball is blocked by Madsen. Rogers tries to find Watkins, but Timber does well. Now in Capie. Calafiori. Odegaard, Saka, White. His pass looking for Saka was blocked. But Rice is able to pinch it. Rice here. Rice! Oh my goodness. He didn't get it out of his foot quick enough. but that pass needed to go to one of the. Nkapia is here battling with Watkins. Now McGinn looks for Rogers. He's up against White. White does well and clears it out. Here's Saka. Saka is able to turn, but is fouled by Martin. To be 1 minute added. Here's Eze now. Calafiori does well to keep it. Still Calafiori plays one in. Intercepted. And now Tillemans plays it across to Watkins. His touch isn't great, but he still has it on the right. He's up here against Nkapie. We look to get past him inside, but Odegaard is able to intercept that in the middle. Now Calafiori, Rice. 1 minute added, and we are into that final minute. Odegaard loses it in the middle. Yeah, I think we're going to the break a goal down. Man. There's Rogers. It does well to come inside. Still Rogers. Still Rogers. Still. It's half time. Yeah. Not been the best game by any stretch of the imagination. We really need to make changes. I won't be surprised to see Eze come off at halftime. But for his confidence, Arteta probably doesn't do that. But we need something to change. We need to step it up a bit. A lot, actually. Not a bit. Because we've just not been at it. Villa are there for the taking. We just need that extra bit of urgency. The only person who's showed any urgency whatsoever or any drive to do something and force things is Bukayo. All the others, I think Merino comes off. He's had too many minutes. He looks knackered. It's expected. Is that Watkins' chance? It was a really good save by Raya because he was onside. And then that's that Saka chance. Yeah, the ball was pretty much straight at Martinez. And I was able to save comfortably. Then the Rogers, the Cash shot that was blocked by Rice. Okay. it's not all doom and gloom. We're only a goal down. Um, so it's not the end of the world. But we're a goal down to Villa at Villa Park, which is a very nasty place to go to. And them defending that goal, being able to bring players like Marlon on to hit us on the counter. Yeah, Eze shouldn't have let the cash run past him like that. It was too easy. And this was that Saka run that ended in the white chance. The ball at him was a bit too forceful, so he couldn't really generate power to hit it towards goal. So it was just, yeah. And there's that Rice chance. He should have hit that ball first time to Saka with his left foot. Or Eze to the left. Anyway, halftime. It's Villa 1, Arsenal 0. Let's see what the Arsenal women are actually doing. They were leading at some point in the game before ours started, and then I think Liverpool equalized. Okay, so it's 65 minutes gone in that game, and it's still 1-1. There have been some changes. So McCabe, Ford, and Blackstenius have come on for Hintz, Beth Mead, and Frida Manum. In the context of that game, it's actually a must-win game for Arsenal because of our position on the table. Our goal was scored by Olivia Smith, and then Liverpool's equalizer, Olsen. If you go on Arsenal Twitter, people are probably having meltdowns about that performance so far, from a few players, but it's not anything to panic about. It's a winnable game still. We don't have any pace in the attack. That's one. Of course, Saka's there, and he's able to get past players with his trickery and his ability to change pace, drop to shoulder. But in general, there's no pace in that attack, which is something that we probably would have needed in that first half more than the second, now that we're behind. In terms of changes, what I'll propose, I think keep it as it is for a few minutes in the second half. First person to go off for me would be Merino. Bring Gyökeres on, and then maybe Odegaard goes off and shift Eze to the middle. Then we can have Trossard come in. Yeah, those would be my first two changes. Or just take Eze off and straight swap for Trossard. I don't think we need to replace Saka yet because he's been the best Arsenal player on the pitch. Keep him on. And let's see what happens with that. Forget the goal, an equalizing goal, then maybe he comes on for Saka at that point. But yeah, so far it's been too easy for Villa, really. I actually don't know why Gyökeres didn't start this game. If we drop points here, worst case scenario, either withdraw or lose the game. I think won't be the end of the world, but it would be a really disappointing one, especially because at least one of I'm not worried about Villa coming within 3 points. They still, yeah, definitely still lose points throughout the season. Um, but City, they're at home to Sunderland, I think, and that's a despite how good Sunderland have been, it's a winnable game for City. So they probably are able to capitalize, and then it gets really difficult for us. So if they cut that lead to 2 points going into this festive season with all the defensive injuries that we've had, I think we're. I'm not gonna say it's on stream, but we have major problems in terms of our injuries with how often they happen. It can't just be on the medical team or the schedule. I don't think so. There has to be something going on there that needs looking at. Um, but the worst thing I want us to get from this game is a draw. Stay at least 3 points ahead of City. No matter what happens, it would have been a really difficult few um, weeks. Difficult week actually because we've played Tottenham and then Bayern. We then had that game against Chelsea, and yeah, Brentford. I'm hopeful that we get something out of this game, but I'm not losing my head just yet to say, oh crashing out or anything. Um, there's still a full half to go, and with the quality that we have in attack, we definitely can get two or more goals against this Villa team. We just the next goal needs to be ours if we're going to get something out of the game. Next goal needs to be ours, so we can't afford to be caught asleep again at the back. Yeah, so bring in those changes. Give Merino a rest. It's not really about profile or anything. He just looks really leggy so far. So I'll take him off. Bring Gyökeres on at half time, and then take it from there. Okay, so let's go second half. I think Zubimendi has had a good game. Timber as well. Um, Nkapie has had those battles with Watkins. I think the thing that we really miss the most about Gabriel is that communication. So he's always screaming, always making sure that everyone knows what they should be doing, who they should be tracking. We probably don't concede that goal if he's on the pitch. That's what you get when your two first choice centre defenders are missing, and your one of your backups is missing as well. I'm hearing Mosquera will probably miss 6 weeks. Yeah, it's just crazy the number of injuries that we get. Okay, so the boys are coming out, and I can see your caress. Yeah, it had to happen. I can be a manager, you know. Okay, so that's taking it too far. But I just know a few things about game states and player profiles. Yeah, definitely not the intricacies of managing a football team, especially not at this level. So we had two changes actually, and they're the two that I proposed. So Trossard and Gyökeres. So Mikel Merino and Eze. Um, and then Eze is off for Trossard. Yeah, I think two good changes needed to happen, given where we were with the game. So let's see what happens now. So we're underway. So here's Zubimendi after that free kick by Rice. Rice plays it infield to Odegaard, and now it's with Saka on the edge of the box. Saka against is able to beat Rogers with a crossing, and it's Arsenal's first corner of the game from Konsa. So it's Arsenal's first corner of the game, and it's Bukayo Saka to take. It's interesting that we almost no longer have a threat from corners since Gabriel's been injured, and Saliba as well. Saliba doesn't score a lot of them, but it causes a lot of trouble in the box to allow other players. Saka with the ball in, it's cleared. Now Odegaard back out to Saka. Odegaard, he'll cross this one in. Martinez tries to claim. Trossard with a shot and a straight at Martinez. Rice, Odegaard, now Trossard plays it to Gyökeres. Gyökeres here on the left, plays it back into Trossard. Now Gyökeres is taken off him by Pau Torres. Now it's with Nkapie. Much better from Arsenal. Now Timber. Odegaard. Here's Zubimendi. Ben White now out to Saka. Saka comes inside and plays it to Odegaard. But Trossard has made a good run on the edge. But Cash knocks it out for a throw. I think Calafiori will attempt a long one. So it's a throw in on the left. Calafiori will attempt to throw this one long into the box. A few players lining up at the back post, but he's not going to throw it all the way there. They're running here towards the near post now, but it's too short and Matikash is able to head it out. Now Zubimendi, Odegaard to White, and then Saka. And Saka against Martin. He's got the beating of him a few times so far. His passing is intercepted, and here is Watkins, but Odegaard is able to steal it from him. Now back with Saka. Saka skips past Rogers, but is fouled. And Arsenal have played on here with White, Timber overlapping, Odegaard on the edge of the box, clips one over the top to Trossard. It's a shot. Oh my goodness. It's just wide. It's just wide. I think it was onside as well. Much better, much better 5 minutes, opening 5 minutes to the second half. Martinez with the goal kick, goes long, Nkapie wins it ahead of Watkins. And then here's Ben White, plays it back to Raya. Second half possession just come out 89% Arsenal. We need to get the goal to make that count. Um, Martin is actually rapid. Wow. Villa have the ball now with Pau Torres. Is Saka. Plays it out to Odegaard. A bit of space. Odegaard may slip it to Saka. Saka. Ball in. Trossard. Goal. 1-1. I just need to say that again to make sure Saka wasn't off for that pass. It's been a brilliant second half. This is exactly what we needed. Gyökeres to stretch the play, pin the defenders, and then there's much space. There's more space in the middle. Rice with great work there to win it for Manana. Saka plays the first time to Odegaard. Waits for him to overlap. He's definitely onside. Plays it across to Saka. The ball was blocked before he could reach Gyökeres, but it then falls to Trossard and he strokes it home. Good goal. Good goal. Back on the way. Game on. Arsenal win it back. Now here's Rice. Odegaard. Saka again on the right. Now White. Odegaard. Crosses across to Trossard on the left. Trossard against Matikash here. Goes to the byline, but his cross is too deep. Much better. This is the urgency that we needed in that first half, and probably would have been 2 goals to the good by now. But better late than never. Ooh, what a nutmeg there from by White. Ooh, Gyökeres knocks it straight out of play. It's a Villa throw, and somehow Watkins is through on goal. It's against Nkapie here, tries the shot, blocked, and Rice is able to clear. How did that happen from the throw so deep? Here's Martin on the left to Rogers. Plays one in. Martin again. Nkapie clears. Timber fouls Rogers, and it's a free kick for Villa on the edge of our box. Hey baby, you know he's in bed. McGinn, oh, what a wonderful ball to Cash, but he gets it all wrong. That was a wonderful ball from John McGinn to Cash. In Capier, Zubimendi, Calafiori, Trossard battling with Cash there. Onana trying to sell a foul that didn't happen. Referee was having none of it. But Villa win it through anyway. Saka plays a long one looking for Gyökeres, but Konsa was able to deal with it comfortably actually. Here's McGinn out to Cash. Now Matson. Rodgers. I've been really impressed with Rodgers in this game. He's been Villa's best player. Anytime he gets the ball, he's able to keep it. Just very important in games like this. Skip past a few players a few times and put dangerous balls into the box. Here's Rodgers again, battling with Zubimendi. He plays it out to McGinn on the right, but Calafiori is there. He's with Cash, and Trossard is able to block the cross. This is a good spell of possession for Villa. Ball out to the left to Matson. And then to Camara on the edge of the box. Now Rodgers, Matson, Camara, good turn, but Timber was able to recover. Oh, really good football from Villa on the edge of our box. Odegaard with interception, but it's still with Villa. Now John McGinn up against Trossard, good block. Trossard, McGinn skips passing this time. Gyökeres with a sliced clearance, and it's a Villa throw. Really good football from Villa on the edge of our box. Matikash will try a long throw. So it's a long one. Onana is at the near post. It misses everyone. Rice is able to head it. And then Matson tries a shot, but it's wayward. But it was a really good 5-minute spell for Villa. Raul is in the crowd to see this game. Pau Torres with a good win there. Tries to slip it through to Watkins, but fails. Now Pau Torres again. Tries another clipped one. This time Timber intercepts and keeps it. Now Zubimendi, Odegaard. Ball over the top to Saka. Martin is really fast, but Saka does really well. It's a Villa throw. This linesman has been shocking. That's an Arsenal throw all day. Saka is pissed, and rightly so, because that's definitely Martin that kicks it out. It's a foul. Villa have a free kick. 62 minutes gone. So it was Zubimendi and Tielemans. I think the subsequent one was a foul as well by Timber, but left went back there. Donny O'Malley is getting stripped, ready to come on. I presume that would be for McGinn, because he's the one out on the right. It's Hincapié. There's a short one to Odegaard. Calafiori. We need to start moving it a lot quicker, the same way we did in the beginning of the first half, or of the second half. Calafiori, Odegaard. It's short and won by Tielemans. That was camera. A let off there for Arsenal. It was a short pass, I think, by Nkapi into Trossard. But anyway, yes, you're correct. White on the overlap. White with the crossing. Cash is able to clear. Rice wins it. Trossard trying to keep it on the edge of the box on the left. Camara is battling really well with him, but Trossard does well. Tries the hopeful ball. Should have played the easy one to Odegaard there. Now Villa can break. Here's Rodgers. Slips it to Watkins. White clears. Great save by Raya. Leo should have played that simple ball to Odegaard. Odegaard, good take. Now Trossard. That's usually the only criticism that I have of Odegaard, typically, is that he tends to overcomplicate things sometimes. But here, he's really clutch and has showed that again in this game with the goal. So every player has one or two things that they're bad at, like frustrate the coach about, but in general, really good assets to have. Here's Odegaard. Oh, what a wonderful ball. Trossard was offside. Brilliant run and brilliant pass by Odegaard. But Trossard just strayed offside. And it was a good cross as well, across the box. So it was Calafiori with that short pass to Odegaard that Camara was able to pinch. And that's the Ollie Watkins chance. Now Marlon is in. For Watkins, actually. Saka, Odegaard, Odegaard, Odegaard. Oh, saved. That was a good run by him. Zubimendi. Now Timber. Saka, good first time ball. Oh, wasn't on the same wavelength there with White. Now Matson gives away a throw in. White throws it straight to Gyökeres. Gyökeres with a cross in. Rice. Oh, shot is mishit. It was on his left foot and a volley as well. So Martinelli's been sent out to warm up. I just hope that Timber made a miscue there, and here's Marlen, but recovers well. I'm not sure what Marlen is claiming there. It was a tackle, not a back pass, so Raya had every right to claim with his hands. Rice finds Trossard on the left. It tries to find Rice again, but the ball is blocked by McGinn. And then Kamara does well to bring it away. Nkapie wins it. Now it's back with Rice. Nkapie. Odegaard. Saka is up against Martin. He's had a good game against Martin. There's Odegaard. He will try another shot. This time it was a better shot and really tested Martinez there, but it was up for it. What a save. It may have hit the crossbar, but for that fingertip, but Martinez couldn't have known that. Good save. It's an Arsenal corner. And Rice will take this one. It's only our second corner of the game. Rice to the back post. Calafiori is there. Saka! Oh, it's blocked. Kamara with a goal line clearance there. I thought Saka was going to blast that, but he actually tried to find the far post. It was a good try, but Kamara was just a lot to it. Zubimendi, Rice, Trossard, Zubimendi, Rice. Oh, wonderful football. Gyökeres, Odegaard, Saka. Leave it! Oh my god, leave it. And Calafiori gives away a foul. Talk to each other, man. Talk to each other. Calafiori now will miss the next game against Wolves. Rice needed to leave that ball. Aren't they talking? This was the exact same thing that happened with Timber and Gyökeres the last game. Who are we playing the next game? Wolves. So that means Miles will have to play. Timber tries to play Nkapie through, but he reads that. They try to play Marlin through rather. That should be a yellow for Cash. Villa are gonna bring in Sancho and who? Okay, Bogart as well. Oh. So McGinn and Onana going off. Yes, Saka now against Rogers, Odegaard, Nkapie, Rice, ball goes to Timber, Odegaard. Arsenal fans finding their voice. That would be. Ooh, his pass inside to Odegaard was intercepted by Maatsen. Maatsen can run. Saka wins the ball. He wins the ball. Yeah, he got a piece of the ball. But he clipped Maatsen. That's not a foul. Had it with these refs, man. Saka was rightly pissed. I think it was booked for dissent rather than the tackle. Sancho's on. So is Bogard and Onana and McGinn are off. Saka pressing Torres. Zubimendi wins the header. And Rice wins it as well. Torres with a back pass. So it's 6 minutes. So it's a Villa free kick. Free kick is long. And Martina has it after the initial clearance. Goes out to Cash. I think Saka is going to come off now for Nani. Can't afford to go down to 10 men, so understandable. But Saka has been our best player. So Nani is stripped and ready to come on. Calafiori. Oh, Mes Malen. Ball goes just wide. What a chance for Villa, man. So the ball over the top. The ball gets away from him. Rogers just plays the pass to Malen, and then it's a tight angle. He tries the shot, but it goes just wide. If that wasn't target, it was a goal. And it would have been out of nothing as well. Saka goes off fresh legs with Nani. Raya, long goal kick. Gyökeres wins it, but it's straight to Tielemans. Zubimendi was unable to win that back, and the ball goes out to Cash. Oh, what a pass! But Raya read that really well. The thing I like about Odegaard, I think it's not a footballing attribute. Is how he never hides. He never hides. He's always there, demanding the ball, wanting to do something. It doesn't always come off, and it doesn't always do what he intends, but he's always standing up. That's a good, really good trait. So the fresh legs that Villa have put into midfield, it's been a really good move by Emery, because now they look sharper, winning second balls and things. Here's Rogers though. Now Trossard is there, and Raya can clear. Gyökeres battling with Konsa, too strong. That's Rogers. Tielemans. Rice was with him, but he finds the pass to Malen. He's able to slip it back. Calafiori does well. Now Gyökeres loses out to Konsa again. Gyökeres needs to be stronger there. 81 minutes. Come on, Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal. Sancho. It's found Madsen. Ooh! Timber deflected that ball, and wow. I think today may be our day, Villa have missed some really, really good Oh, that's a really good ball over the top from Cash to Rogers, and Calafiori tried to deal with it. Here's Camera. Now Trossard clears one out. Konsa is sprinting with Gyökeres, but Martinez is out to clear. Now Zubimendi. Rice is unable to take it again. Do we need to bring Norgard on? Probably. Zubimendi and Rice look really, really tired. And because we've been unable to win those second balls, Villa are really, really, really making it difficult for us. Here's Rogers. Trossard plays a good pass to White. I think Nani with his first touch. And Nani is up against Madsen. Nani comes inside. White is out on the overlap. His cross is blocked by Madsen. White throws a good one to Gyökeres, but his flick on is cleared by Bogard. Timber, Zubimendi. Martinelli is preparing to come on, not sure for whom. But here's Calafiori. Probably for Odegaard or Zubimendi or Rice. So Trossard can come into the 10 role, and then Martinelli goes left. But we'll see. Ball is with Trossard. Down the line to Calafiori. Cross is blocked by Cash, and it's an Arsenal corner. I haven't updated my lineups. So who's coming? The change is not happening yet. So it's Miles and Martinelli, I presume, for Calafiori, and maybe Zubimendi or Odegaard or Rice. Rice with the corner now, and it's straight out of play. Martinez looked like they got a hand to that one. Trossard is the one actually coming off. Okay. That's interesting. Probably because he's just coming back from injury. Okay, so Martinelli, 86 minutes. We need to find that goal in these 4 minutes. Aston Villa, I detest this club, man. Always causing us problems every season. and they never. So it will be, for example, Sunderland took points off us, yeah, and then they took points again off Liverpool, off Chelsea. Villa never do that. They only take points off Arsenal, and then just anyway. Ball is with Tillemans. Camera. Here's Tillemans. He was invited to shoot and he does, but Rice blocks it. Buendia is able to bring. What a touch. Zubimendi. Martinelli is running through. No, just that's not a foul now, ref. These refs. How is that a foul? If that was in the box, will you give that for a pen? I don't know. Here's Martinez. Long ball. Rice clears. That was in Capi actually. So now throw. Miles will take that one. Going into the final minute. Eucharist loses the battle again to Konsa. White wins his. Here's White again. Madweke does well. It's a foul. Raya will take this one. Not sure why, but it's just on the halfway line, so Raya crosses it and Villa clear. Four minutes added. We always get 4 minutes added when we're chasing a goal, and then when we're winning, it's 10 minutes, 8 minutes. So Rice is gonna try to throw this one long. The Arsenal players are running from deep. White wins it, but it's straight to Martinez. Finds Rogers. Went long and it's back with Raya. 3 minutes to go. Odegaard. Here's Miles. Back to Nkapie. We need one more shot. Here's Nani on the right. Runs at Madsen. Oh. Madsen. Camera, Conta, now Martinez, Pau Torres, Lindelof actually. Malen wins the header, but it's straight out for a throw. 2 more minutes. Martinelli, not sure he's had a touch yet. Nkapie, Timber, Nkapie, long one to Rice. He's able to bring it down. Ball across. Nani! Oh, shot is into the side net. It's the final minutes and it's a Villa. Here's Villa. Nkapie does well. And it's straight out for a throw. Buendia, Sancho. Buendia, Odegaard steals it. Tielemans, Camara. Is Marlon. Rogers, Sancho, Tielemans. Buendia is still with it. Buendia, it's a goal. Just stop the stream, man. I'm done.